Awakening Buddha Fruit in Blox Fruits does not just make you bigger. It secretly unlocks a hidden title that almost nobody in the entire game knows about. Title number 042. And most players grind for weeks and never even claim it. There are 248 titles in Blox Fruits right now. 248. And one of them is locked behind the Buddha Awakening. And it is sitting in your account unclaimed right now if you have ever awakened even a single Buddha move. Title number 042. The game does not announce it. No pop-up. No celebration. It just appears silently in your title list. This video is going to walk you through every single thing you need to know about Buddha Awakening in 2026. The stats, the moves, the passive that gives you 45% damage reduction, and exactly how to collect that title before your friends do. Buddha is a beast-type Blox Fruit. When you activate it, you transform into a towering, glowing, golden giant. You become massive, you become slower, and you become one of the most powerful grinding tools in all of Blox Fruits. It is widely considered the best fruit for the 2nd C and 3rd C when it comes to grinding, raids, dungeons, and close quarters combat. You can still use your sword, your fighting style, and your gun while transformed. And when you awaken it, everything gets supercharged. This video covers all of it. Stay until the end because the title system section has information that will genuinely shock you. So how do you actually awaken Buddha in Blox Fruits? First, you need to already have the Buddha Fruit equipped. You can get it from the Blox Fruit dealer or roll it from the Blox Fruits gacha. Once you have it, you need to access the awakening system in the 2nd C or 3rd C. The exact resource cost is not fully confirmed on the wiki right now, so check the wiki for the current awakening prices before you spend anything. What we do know is that you awaken individual moves one at a time. You do not have to fully awaken everything at once. This is huge, because here is the thing most players miss. You only need to awaken one single move to unlock title number 042. One move. That is the minimum requirement. So if you are grinding for that title, you do not need to go all the way to full awakening before you claim it. Each awakened move upgrades your kit significantly, and the full awakening transforms your passive abilities as well. But that one move unlock is your entry point to the title, and you should grab it as fast as possible. The awakening also makes your golden transformation visually bigger and more powerful across the board. Every move hits harder, every AoE hits wider, and your passive gets a serious upgrade that we are going to break down in the next section. Divine Aura is the passive ability that comes with Buddha and Blox Fruits, and it is one of the most broken passives in the entire game. Here is what it actually does. In the unawakened version, Divine Aura gives you 35% damage reduction against players. Against NPCs, that number jumps to 46.4%. That is almost half of all incoming damage just gone. You are basically tanking hits for free. Now awaken Buddha, and those numbers go up. Awaken Divine Aura gives you 45% damage reduction against players and 54.6% against NPCs. More than half of all NPC damage is just blocked passively. That is why Buddha is the king of grinding in the 2nd C and 3rd C. You can walk into a crowd of enemies, and they can barely scratch you. But that is not even the craziest part of Divine Aura. While transformed, your melee and sword M1 attacks reach 5 times farther than a normal player. 5 times. And in the V2 Awakened version, that jumps to 8 times the normal range. You are swinging a sword and hitting enemies across the entire room. This is why Buddha pairs so well with Cursed Dual Katana in PvP. The range on your M1S, combined with that damage reduction, makes you incredibly abusable in close-range fights. One important note though, Buddha makes you bigger and slower, so long-range attacks can still punish you. Speed accessories like the pilot helmet and Dino hood help with this, and the rabbit race gives you a natural speed bonus to compensate. Let us go through every awakened Buddha move in Blox Fruits right now because some of these are absolute monsters. Z is the shift move. It deals decent damage on activation and gets your transformation going with minimal end lag. X is Heavenly Impact. This one hits for good damage with decent AoE, has fast end lag, and you can use it as a counter when opponents walk up too close. Very reliable in both PvE and PvP situations. C is Light of Annihilation. This is the long-range nuke of the kit. Extremely long-range beam that pierces through multiple enemies at once. If it hits directly, it instantly damages targets. And when it explodes, the AoE is massive. This move alone makes Buddha dangerous at range despite the slower movement. V is Twilight of the Gods, and this might be the most powerful move in the whole kit for specific situations. Extremely big AoE, high stun if enemies are caught for the full duration, and very high damage. In enclosed spaces with low ceilings, like the mansion, this move becomes almost unfair. It is great for gathering groups of enemies, countering players who get too close, and it is especially strong against rumbling waters. And then F is Retribution Dash. It gives you good distance and works well for closing gaps or extending combos. The Unawakened kit also has solid tools. The V1 Buddha Leap on sea launches you extremely high and far and lets you travel across water. The V1 Impact on X has decent AoE. The V1 Buddha Explosion on V has good damage. But the Awakened versions are just superior across the board. When you fully awaken Buddha in Blox Fruits, you unlock 2 game-changing bonuses beyond just the upgraded moves. The first is the Seismic Jump passive. Every single time you jump while transformed, you create a small AoE shockwave on the ground beneath you. That shockwave deals minor damage, stuns nearby enemies, and most importantly, it breaks instinct. If you know anything about PvP in Blox Fruits, you know how valuable instinct breaking is. Every jump, automatic instinct break. The only limitation is the 2-second cooldown between shockwaves. And on top of that, your jump height is at least 2 times higher than normal while this passive is active. If you also have the Angel Race, the jump height bonuses stack together, making you launch into the sky on every hop. The second massive bonus in V2 is Water Walking. The Awakened Buddha passive allows you to literally walk on the floor of the sea. You do not sink. You do not take water damage the same way. This is a completely unique movement ability that almost no other fruit gives you in this form. For sea exploration, raid navigation, and general mobility in the third sea, this is a serious advantage. Combine Seismic Jump with Retribution Dash and Light of Annihilation, and you have one of the most mobile Awakened kits in all of Blox Fruits despite the size of the transformation. The slowness is real, but V2 tools and speed accessories close that gap fast. Now let us talk about title number 042 and the full title system in Blox Fruits, because this is where it gets really interesting. There are currently 211 standard titles in the game. On top of that, there are 37 known custom titles. That is 248 total titles that exist in Blox Fruits right now. Title number 042 is one of them, and it is locked specifically behind the Buddha Awakening. Awaken any single move on Buddha Fruit, and that title unlocks for your account. Period. But here is something that trips up a ton of players. Titles in Blox Fruits are only obtainable in the second sea and the third sea. If you complete any title requirement while you are still in the first sea, you do not get the title. The game just does not grant it to you there. So if you are sitting in the first sea right now with an Awakened Buddha and wondering why you do not have title 042, that is why. You need to be in the second sea or third sea for it to register. Once you have the title, you equip and switch it through the title's specialist NPC. You can swap between titles freely after that. Title 042 is a flex. It shows other players that you have gone through the Buddha Awakening process. And with 248 total titles in the game, having a specific numbered one that ties to a major fruit like Buddha is a genuine badge of progress. Go claim it. So here is your checklist right now. Get Buddha from the Blox Fruit dealer or the gacha. Get to the second sea or third sea. Awaken at least one move. Claim title number 042 from the title specialist. Then keep awakening for that 45% damage reduction, 8 times M1 range, Seismic Jump, Water Walking, and the full upgraded move kit. Buddha in Blox Fruits in 2026 is still one of the most powerful fruits you can use. If this video helped you at all, subscribe to BLOX today for daily Blox Fruits guides. Drop a comment telling me what title number you have equipped right now. See you in the next one.